Hey, you know how sometimes you have one of those conversations that just really sticks with you?
Hmm.
Yeah, well, that happened to me yesterday. I was at lunch with some coworkers,
Oh, yeah.
and somehow we got on the topic of sleep,
Oh, I know how that goes.
and it was like everyone had a sleep deprivation story,
Right.
One person's only getting like 5 hours a night, another one's up till 1 a.m. scrolling on their
Oh,
phone.
yeah, that's me.
It was kind of funny,
Yeah.
but also kind of alarming,
Yeah.
you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, it really got me thinking about the stuff you sent in.
Okay.
Because it just seems like everyone's struggling with sleep these days.
You know what it really is?
Exactly.
It's incredibly common.
Yeah.
And you've hit on something really important there.
Okay.
That humor that we use to deflect from the issue.
Right.
It's almost like a badge of honor
Yeah.
to be sleep deprived.
Yeah. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night.
Exactly. But joking aside,
Yeah.
it's a serious topic
Totally.
with some serious consequences.
Right. And the material you shared
Sure.
mentioned some common culprits like work stress, those
Mm.
never-ending phone notifications,
Yeah.
and of course the joys of parenting.
Oh, yeah.
But there's one suggestion in there that I found really interesting.
Okay.
Someone mentioned napping at work.
Oh, yeah.
I have to admit, my first thought was, is that even allowed?
Right. Uh-huh.
But could it actually be a good thing?
It might seem a little counterintuitive,
Yeah.
but napping at work is gaining traction, and for good reason.
Oh, okay.
It's not just about feeling less tired.
Right.
It's about boosting your brain power.
Interesting.
There's actually research showing that even a short nap, like 20 minutes,
Wow.
can improve your alertness
Oh, wow.
and help you think more clearly.
So not just a quick energy boost, but actual cognitive enhancement.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, like, what's the science behind this?
Okay, sure.
Why are naps so effective?
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
You know how your phone needs recharging?
Yeah. Our brains aren't that different.
Uh.
When we nap, even briefly,
Mm-hmm.
we allow our brains to cycle through different sleep stages.
I see.
And one of these stages, called stage 2,
Okay.
is particularly important for memory consolidation and cognitive restoration.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I imagine some people might be skeptical about this whole napping thing.
Right.
You know, napping at work can seem a
Yeah.
little lazy.
Uh-huh.
How do you convince those who think it's just slacking off? Like,
I get that.
yeah.
The perception is definitely shifting, though.
Okay.
The key is to understand that napping isn't replacing a good night's sleep.
Right.
It's a tool
Got it.
to mitigate the inevitable dips in energy
I see.
that we all experience,
Yeah.
especially when we're sleep deprived.
Totally.
And when you look at the data,
Yeah.
it's hard to argue with the results.
Okay.
Studies show that napping can lead to increased productivity,
Wow.
better decision-making, and even fewer errors.
So it's not about laziness.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
I like that reframing.
Yeah.
It's about maximizing our potential,
Mm.
not just powering through exhaustion.
Right.
But speaking of maximizing,
Yeah.
what about those of us who can't exactly sneak in a nap at work?
Okay.
What are some other strategies
Good question.
we can use to combat sleep deprivation?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is where the source material gets really interesting
Okay.
because it highlights those everyday habits that we often overlook.
Right.
For example,
Okay.
think about how much time you spend scrolling on your phone before bed.
Oh, yeah.
That blue light from your screen
Mm-hmm.
actually suppresses melatonin,
Oh, really?
a hormone that helps regulate your sleep cycle.
Huh. Interesting.
So even if you're in bed for 8 hours,
Yeah.
the quality of your sleep might be suffering.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm guilty of that myself.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up in that endless scroll.
Exactly. And it's not just about the time spent. It's also about what you're consuming.
Okay.
Social media news,
Yeah.
even work emails can trigger stress and anxiety, making it harder to wind down.
Yeah.
So setting boundaries around technology is crucial.
Okay, so putting the phone down earlier, checking those notifications less often.
Yeah.
What else can we do to improve our sleep hygiene?
Consistency is key.
Okay.
Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle,
Uh-huh.
making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed.
I see.
And don't underestimate the power of a relaxing bedtime routine.
Yeah.
A warm bath, reading a book,
Right.
or listening to calming music can signal to your body that it's time to wind down.
So it's not just about the hours of sleep, but also the quality.
Exactly.
And it sounds like a lot of it comes down to being mindful of our habits and routine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the takeaway from this deep dive is that while chronic sleep deprivation is a serious issue,
Yeah.
there are tangible steps we can take to improve our sleep.
That's good to hear.
It's about understanding the science,
Right.
identifying our personal sleep disruptors, and making small but consistent changes.
Yeah.
And remember, prioritizing sleep isn't selfish.
Right.
It's an investment in our health, well-being,
Yeah.
and overall quality of life.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
Glad to hear it.
It's a good reminder that we don't have to accept sleep deprivation as the norm.
Right.
So, listeners, challenge yourselves this week.
Okay.
Put the phone down an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Create that relaxing bedtime routine.
And
maybe even explore the possibility of a power nap at work.
I like it.
You might be surprised at the difference it makes.
Right.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the science of sleep, don't forget to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.
Absolutely.
We'll be back next week with another fascinating topic.
Looking forward to it.
Until then, sleep well.
Sleep it.